Alright, what's up everybody? It's Deuce here, back in MLB The Show. It's franchise time yet again. It's Season 2 here on the show, and we're going to get right into rebuilding this sucker. So, the Tigers, we are pretty bad. We are very bad, as a matter of fact, but that's how we want it. But we got Carlos Benitez, he's pretty solid. And we traded for Josh Hader, so we are making some good trades to try to get some good young talent and working our way around. We traded for Brett Phillips as well. We drafted Danny Matthews in the Rule 5 draft, so we're trying to find ways to get talent on this team other than, signing expensive free agents, which we quite frankly don't have the money to do right now. But we are going to spend money on getting good scouts. So that is something that we must commit to. One of our scouts has retired. That is okay, because we are going to be getting lots of different scouts. So Danny Sasser is going to be the first. Damon. I didn't even read his first name, if I'm being honest. I just saw D and said Danny for some reason. His name is totally Damon. So we're going to get Damon in here for Tim Pratt because, well, quite frankly, Tim Pratt is horrible. So we're going to make that switch right there and start spending a little bit of money on our scouts. We really need somebody who's decent at finding pitchers. Specifically somebody who's efficient. And really, efficiency is huge at getting players quickly, particularly when you're scouting individual players. And so that's what we're trying to do here in Season 2, although all these scouts are fairly garbage, so that is not really what you want. We're going to go with Brandon Johnson. He's a little bit more expensive, but he's at least a little bit better at pitchers, and he's efficient, so we're going to get that going. Let's get Johnson in here for Garlobo. So it's spring training. I don't really care about spring training, so we're most likely going to just simulate this whole thing and just get right to what matters, and that is building the team. From the ground up from the ashes, Detroit shall rise again. This ought to be fun. I can't wait for it to tell me that my minor league system is all messed up, and I'm just going to shrug and be like, yep, it is. All I really care about is this team not sucking anymore. That's what I care about. Wait a minute. How are we 5-1? We're supposed to suck. We beat Cleveland 2 out of 3? Who do I have to trade to make sure that this doesn't happen? We are not ready for this kind of production. Okay, trade block. I'm going to try to trade Nick Castellanos. I will take back a catcher. Or a shortstop. Actually, let me just do that. There we go. And who else do we got to trade here? James Park. His Ks per 9 were horrible, so he's going to go on the block too. And then Shane Green. We will also trade him. We have a ton of young arms in the minors. At the beginning of the season, I'm going to check my scouts every couple of days because the first draft I made a mistake and I didn't check them enough, and so we didn't get the chance to scout a ton of individual players. So that is the one thing that I learned from last week, was scout individual players. Why are we winning all these games? Peter Spanos tore his MCL and he will be out for over 6 months. This is not a good start to the season. He gone. Okay, we're 8-3 to start the year, by the way, on a team that's supposed to be tanking with our best players in the minors. So this is interesting, because apparently there's no such thing as a good hitting catcher on this game. Sylvester Craven has learned everything he can about Luis Rodriguez. I'm just going to take a guess that he sucks too. Oh look, he does. He can kind of hit, but he's not that great. This is the life of trying to find a catcher who can hit. Let's sort this. Yep, the best power hitting catcher is a 65. Come on. At this point, I would settle for a catcher who's just halfway decent. We are 18-13. We're over 500 and we're trying to tank. I have a problem with this. All right, here we go. Let's go to the draft. We were not the worst team in the league last year, so we do not get to pick first. So we do get to pick 5th, though. which stinks because there was probably at least a couple of decent players that we would have loved to have had. All right, Andres Gill. This is the guy that had all the power. I'm starting to think we should take him, because none of these other guys are looking promising. Well, Andres Gill has extremely good power. His contact numbers are not the greatest. His arm strength is pretty good for third base, so we need that. He has the best power, basically, in this entire thing. Although David Velasquez could also be decent. No, I don't want to trip. That would have been bad. Whoops! They may be blue chippers, but they do not have the power numbers that Andres Gill has. He may already be 22, and I tend to not pick players like that. Bobby Pierce and him are very similar. I'm taking him anyway. If that is a bad pick, I'm going to be mad at myself. Hopefully that doesn't backfire. Pick player. Joe Magana is still here. Good, I'm taking him. If Joe sucks, then I'm going to be really upset. Oh, we get a compensation for, this is for Iglesias leaving. Heck yeah, we're going to take a player here. Is that other third baseman still there? He's not. That stinks. I wanted that other third baseman too, but you can't have everything. There was no 80 potentials when I was looking for relievers before. What is this? We're taking Jeff Reed. I have no idea how good he is. But if there's ever a time to do it, it's during a compensation round. Nick Worth is looking like the guy. Although I'm not sure I want to take him in that slot. We're going to take Mariano Nieve. I believe in him. Well, I think we took a first baseman last year too, so... Let's see. Is that reliever still there? Is the catcher still there? He is. All right, we're taking this catcher. We're taking Nick Worth. Okay, Eric Robertson. He's got good numbers. I'm taking him. And then last but certainly not least, we usually take a starter. Oh, let's see. This shortstop is fast. That's interesting. I need an infielder. We need to restock the infield. So we're going to take Manzanillo. I don't have any expectations that he'll be any good, but we just needed to pick somebody. Okay. Now here is the moment of truth. Are the draft picks good? Oh my goodness, Joe Magana and Robert Walker are going to lead this team into the future. And Andres Gill is also going to lead this team into the future by hitting dingers. Every other pick, though, we missed on. Like, we missed on these picks. That's not good. Jeff Reed did not turn out to be great. Mariano Nieve is all right. Nick Worth's potential is a 60. Oh, man, did we miss. Swing and a miss on that one. The top two we definitely hit on. We definitely hit. But after that, it gets not great. Yeah, I'm almost ashamed of myself. All right, well, we'll sign him. Andres Gill is going to be a beast. Joe Magana is going to be a beast, even though he's already 23. Jeff Reed is going to be like a serviceable reliever. And Mariano Nieve could DH. Although his power is not... Like, see, it said he would have good power, and he doesn't. Like, what is that? This catcher sucks, too. Eric Robertson, he'll be okay. Like, I guess. And Manzanillo, his potential is I can't even see it because my face cam is in the way. Give me just a second. I need to fix that. All right, his potential is a 65. So that could be worse. I was expecting worse, actually. Sign him. All right, so we signed all of our draft picks. They could obviously turn out to be better than they are showing. Like 70s is okay, I guess. We took a chance in the compensation round on a reliever, but that stinks.